A righteous king, these things I will do for them, and I will not forsake them. I will turn darkness into light before them and rough places into level ground. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold, as the light of 7 days, in the day that the Lord bindeth up the breach of his people, and healeth the stroke of their wound. Each will be like a shelter from the wind, a refuge from the storm, like streams of water in a dry land, like the shadow of a great rock in an arid land. On that day the deaf will hear the words of the scroll, and out of the deep darkness the eyes of the blind will see. Then the eyes of the blind will be opened and the ears of the deaf unstopped. And in that day shall the deaf hear the words of the book, and the eyes of the blind shall see out of obscurity, and out of darkness. I will lead the blind by a way they did not know. I will guide them on unfamiliar paths. The rider on the white horse, and from his mouth proceeds a sharp sword with which to strike down the nations, and he will rule them with an iron scepter. He treads the winepress of the fury of the wrath of God the Almighty. And he has a name written on his robe and on his thigh, King of Kings and Lord of Lords. Then I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried out in a loud voice to all the birds flying overhead, Come, gather together for the great supper of God. Then the eyes of those who see will no longer be closed, and the ears of those who hear will listen. The mind of the rash will know and understand, and the stammering tongue will speak clearly and fluently. Treasury of trees, Isaiah chapter 29 verses 18, 24, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 26, Isaiah chapter 35 verses 5, 6, Isaiah chapter 29 verse 18, Revelations 19:15-17, Isaiah chapter 35 verse 5, Isaiah chapter 42 verse 16.